Manuel, as far as the injuries are concerned, how is David Silva? Are you tempted to bring him back?
The only player that we have injured is Jesus Navas. All the other players of the squad are fit.
So Silva is available for this weekend?
Yes, that's right. Jesus Navas is the only player that is injured.
And that must be a real positive for you.
Pardon?
That's a real positive.
Yes, of course. Of course, that is a very important player for us. So him to be in the squad list is very important for us.
How do you feel now about the fact that the title race is once again in your hands?
Well, maybe remember what I said last week. In football, you never know. So it's the only important thing for us was to think about what we can do, and the only thing that we can do is to try to win our games. That was our mentality last week, because after Liverpool was defeated by Chelsea, if we don't win our game, it was not important for us. So I think that mentality is very important, the same mentality that we have in this week.
Has it changed the mood or the mentality among the players at the moment?
Well, of course, when you just depend on what you can do, it's better for all the players. We were the last week, after the week that we lost against Liverpool, of course, maybe the mood was not the same. That's why maybe we didn't play so well against Sunderland. But in this moment, of course, the motivation is very high. Now it's important that the performance also must be high.
How do you keep the players' minds focused on just one game at a time when there is so much excitement outside of the club about the big picture, the race for the Premier League title?
Well, because I think at the football, the only truth is just to think in your next game. All the other things are speculation. Maybe medias know which score will be in a lot of games. For me, it's very impossible to know. When we lost against Liverpool, everybody was saying that the title was finished, that the title was for Liverpool. Maybe it can be for Liverpool also, but all the plays in football you must play before, and then you can see what you can do.
Everton have had a great season. Roberto Martinez has said that he won't be doing any favours for anybody. They still have a Champions League place to maybe fight for. Is this as difficult a game at this stage of the season as could have been possible for you?
I think that Everton in any stage of the season will be always a very difficult team, because they play very well. Roberto is doing there a very good job, the same way he did it before in Wigan. He's playing for Champions League, he's playing for Europe League, so we don't expect nothing about Everton, and we are sure that we are going to have a very tough game there.
Just two more from me. We're waiting to hear what UEFA will say about the financial fair play breaches of the rules. Are you concerned about what sort of punishments might be?
I repeat exactly what I said you last week about that issue.
And we're expecting possibly an announcement that Louis van Gaal will be taking over Manchester United. Is that something that is of interest to you?
For me, with Manchester City, I have enough things to be worried about, so I don't worry who's going to be in the next year on the bench of Manchester United.
Mama, when you were asked after the game last week, you said that City weren't title favourites. Jose Mourinho says that Chelsea aren't title favourites, and Brendan Rodgers says that Liverpool aren't title favourites. Why does no one want to be the favourites?
I never refuse about the pressure to be favoured for the beginning of the year. But when you have three games to play, and you don't depend on what you can do, of course you have to be the favorite. But I say that the whole year that we like to have the pressure to be one of the team that can win the title. I think that Arsenal with Arsene Wenger also said the same thing. He always accept that pressure, because it's impossible to manage a big team and you don't accept that pressure. So all the others, what the other managers said, they can say what they want, but I'm absolutely sure that the pressure is exactly for all the managers exactly the same.
Can it be an advantage to have that pressure as well when you're so close to the end of the season, because you can feel a confidence in the fact that you are in charge of the race?
It's very important to be in charge of the race till the end. That for me is very important. Maybe we can win with Chelsea or Liverpool at this moment. Just one team will win it. But I think it's very important to be till the end, fighting for the title, and you have the trust, the enough trust to see or to know that your team is also favourite to win it, and that's what we are going to try to demonstrate in the last 3 games.
City's record at Goodison Park over the years has not been very good. I think they've only won once there in the last 22 years. Does that count for anything heading into this match?
No, I think the past is the past. I think the important thing is the present, and we have to play now on tomorrow at Goodison Park. I hope that we could win it.
I know you spoke about this last week, but there's been fresh rumours that Roy Hodgson isn't very happy because City are thinking of using some of the England players in their friendly in Abu Dhabi after the end of the season. Is it still the club's intention to use players in that game that will be involved in the World Cup, or what's your stance on that?
I answered the same question last week. I repeat that all the players of the national squad, not only for England, the last game that they are going to play will be May 11th.
Thank you.
Manuel, you've been obviously a manager on different continents and dealt with pressure and huge games and huge situations. How does it compare now to the pressure you have with just these few games to go and you can be title winners?
Every time that you are fighting for a title, the pressure is the same, of course. When you have 1 or 2 games just to play, the pressure is always increasing. So I think it's a very important but a very positive pressure, not a negative pressure. So I am sure that the player will manage that pressure, and will try to win the title. And for that, it's very important to play very good tomorrow.
Do you change at all? Do you change your emotions? Do the players see a different side to you when it gets to this situation?
No, I think it's very important to control your emotion or your anxiety about the game. It's very important to feel that you are 100% motivated, because you just depend on what you can do, but I think it's very important also to control your mind.
And in terms of Everton at Goodison Park, it could be a strange atmosphere in many ways. Most of the Everton fans, it seems, want Manchester City to win simply so that Liverpool don't win the league. Have you ever encountered a situation like that?
Yes. A lot of times. Every time that the two clubs of the same city are involved in something, that feels. But just feeling, that feeling for the fans is not what Everton will going to do on the pitch. I think that they will try to win the game, because they are fighting for a lot of things in this Premier League for Champions League. They can arrive also in the first position. So. That's just feeling outside. It will not decide the match.
You don't think there's any suggestion? Obviously, the players won't buy into that. They'll be just as focused, the Everton players.
No, I don't think so. I think the Everton player will try to win the game.
What do you think will be the deciding factor now for your team for these 3 games? Will it be ability? Will it be tactics, something you do tactically, or will it be mentality?
I think that normally all the things are linked, one with the other one. But I think that the most important thing that we must do in these next 3 games is to try to play in the same way we did the whole season. In the play we work every day and try to beat Everton with our style of football, not try to change because the pressure is high or because we are playing important things. That's where you can see if we are the big team.
Just one question about injuries. I know you said everybody's fit.
No, everybody knows. Now it was.
Yeah, okay. But Nastasic, is he now clear?
Nastasic he's working with the squad, but he's not able at this moment to play. But he's not injured anymore.